Good evening. So today we're talking about personal development. I'm just going to share my screen and walk through the slides. This recording will be available for whoever was not able to make it. So bear with me. I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so is Okay, so personal development, and my name is Tola Ariola. I'm a coach, speaker, and a trainer with the John Maxwell team. What is personal development? It is an ongoing process of self-improvement. The key word there is self and also improvement. The two go together. It's not just some improvement that comes from the outside, it's improvement that comes from within. And it could be in career, it could be in education, it could be in the personal life, or in all of these areas together. In fact, I want to think of personal development as development in all areas of life. So we talk about the career, the business, we talk about health, we talk about relationship, we talk about financial. It's everything encompassed together. It's about setting goals for oneself and also putting plans in place to reach those goals. So it's all embracing. What's the starting point? At the center it says, what do I want? Is the goal stated in the positive? So what do I want? What do I want to achieve? I want to achieve 5 figures. I want to achieve 6 figures. I want to be the best coach, speaker, trainer that I can be. Is it self-initiated, maintained, and within my control? So is it from within me? It's not like an employer is telling me, you need to do this to be better at this, as a result of my appraisal. But I am saying to myself, these are the areas that I want to improve on. These are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, and therefore I want to improve on that. Does it describe the evidence procedure? Does it describe how it's going to take place? Is the context clearly defined? Does it identify needed resources? So the improvement, in what context is it? And what resources am I going to need to achieve that? Have I evaluated whether it is environmental, ecological, physical, spiritual? Does it identify the first step I need to take? What's my first step? Where do I start from? What do I want to achieve? So these are all thought-provoking questions that we can ruminate on and begin to assess ourselves in light of these questions. Again, I want to take a more formal definition of personal development. This says it is activities that improve our awareness and identity. Activities that improve our awareness and identity. I like the word awareness, and we're going to come back to it. It develops our talents and our potentials. It builds human capital. It facilitates employability. It enhances the quality of life, and it contributes to the realization of dreams and aspiration. Look at this slide very well, and you will see that there is a trend. A, B, C, D, E. So awareness, build human capital, contribute to realization of dreams and aspirations, develop talent and potential, enhance the quality of life, and facilitate employment. It's as simple as that. Now, I said awareness, that we were going to come back to it. The law of awareness, according to John Maxwell, it says you must know yourself to grow yourself. You must know where you are at this particular point in terms of your personal development, in terms of your awareness, in terms of your roadmap to success. You must know yourself to grow yourself. What does that mean? In order to achieve growth, you as an individual, you as a leader, you as a potential leader, you must hone in on who you are and what you desire to achieve. Knowing yourself includes knowing your strengths as well as your weaknesses. So you know your strengths, you build on those, you know your weaknesses as well because you want to improve on them. The law of awareness is part of the 15 laws of growth, the 15 invaluable laws of growth by John C. Maxwell. The book is available for sale. You can check out on my website, which is johnmaxwellgroup.com/Tola Ariola. I'll give the link later on as well. 10 things you can do in your daily life to improve your personal development. Read about what you want to improve. So for instance, let's just throw it out there. If administration is a problem for someone, they can read about administration. They can learn how to be organized. If time management is a problem, they can get tools, apps on how to manage time. If project management is an issue, they can get apps on how to project manage. They can read up, they can study, they can even get qualifications on it. Because what you spend time on, what you devote your attention to, what you practice and what you believe in, you get better at. The second thing is to find a mentor and a coach, somebody who's done it, somebody who knows how to get you to do it, somebody who can take you on a journey and support you to actually discover what limiting beliefs are affecting you from being able to achieve your goals and your dreams. Third thing you can do is to reflect at the end of each day, to say to yourself, what have I achieved today? What have I not achieved? How can I do better? What do I need to do to improve? Create a strong practice regimen. We all know that they say it takes about 21 days of doing something to actually form a habit. So perhaps it's a diet. You want to do it for 21 days. Perhaps it's exercising. You want to do it for as long as possible. Create a strong practice regimen. Athletes know about this. Sports people know about this. They practice for 4 years. Olympians for 4 years only to have the moment of fame. Perhaps it's even 9 seconds. But they put in so much work and so much practice. The practice is equally as important as the showing up for the life event. Find others to push you and train with. So for instance, you can have accountability partners, people that you're on the same journey together, and you share your successes, you share your growth pains, you share your strengths and your weaknesses. And because you're all doing it together, it becomes a journey. It becomes a support system, if you like. Create a reward/punishment system. So reward yourself. When you've done something, celebrate the victory. Reward yourself. Give yourself a treat. Give yourself a pat on the back. When you have not achieved, also penalize yourself. Know that this is going to cost me something because I didn't do what I set out to do, and then look at ways of improving it. And the more victories you have, the more rewards you're going to be giving yourself, and the more you feel good about yourself. Stay honest with yourself. Be authentic. Be truthful. Say to yourself, yes, I missed it here. Yes, I messed up, and learn how to improve on that. Keep going at it. Be honest to yourself. Be true. Find role models you can look up to. So people that have already walked the path, a mentor, a coach. Even if you cannot get them to mentor you directly, you can read their books, and therefore they are mentoring you indirectly. You must always have role models, people that you can look up to. I mean, when we were young, we look up to our parents, we look up to our uncles and aunties and people in our lives. Even as adults and mature people, we need role models in our life. Measure your progress. So have a plan, set a goal for yourself, measure the progress. Let it be also about the journey as much as it is about the destination. Make sure you're consistent. Consistency is the key. Make sure you're consistent in everything that you're doing. Now, what are the benefits? So I'm going to talk about the benefits, and I'm going to run through them very quickly. The first one is self-awareness. It creates self-awareness in you. Before you find your soulmate, you must first discover your soul. So the more personal development you engage in, you become more self-aware. Secondly, you have a sense of direction. So you've set out a plan, you know where you're going, you know what you want to achieve. I know who you are and be it. Know what you want and go out and get it. So you have a sense of direction. Next, you have an improved focus and effectiveness. This quote says, live with fulfillment, serve with passion. So in this lifetime, you will have the ability to die with no regrets. So when you are that focused, you will have no regrets. You will do everything that you can possibly do in your power to achieve the plans and the goals that you have set for yourself. It gives you more motivation. People will choose unhappiness over uncertainty. Go for it. Be motivated. Each time you develop yourself, it gives you something to look forward to, something to live up to. And that is one of the benefits of personal development. It gives you greater reliance. You know, you are able to say, you are able to build your muscles as you go. You know, when you practice something, you get better at it, and you get better at it, and you get better at it. This is the one of the benefits of personal development. You have more fulfilling relationships. So your inner strength is your outer foundation. More fulfilling relationships because you get better at relating to other people. You get better at valuing other people. You get better at giving value to other people. Now, this is a quick assessment that each and every one of us can do. Usually it goes along with like a weakness, a negative energy. So for instance, you feel angry. So number one, write down your emotion. How do you feel? Oh, I feel angry. I feel bitter. I feel sad. I feel depressed. Whatever that emotion is, write it down in one. Then write down your reaction. So you feel angry. How do you react to that? You know, do you yell? Do you shout? Do you cry? Do you sulk? What is your reaction? And then go back to number 3 and say, write down what triggered your feelings. So what's the trigger? If you can identify what the trigger is, then we are on our way to actually dealing with that issue. So once you've established what the trigger is, number 4 says, write down the thoughts and beliefs that went through your mind. So the emotion was anger. You've written your reaction, yelling. And number 3 says, write down what triggered that feeling. So somebody said something that you didn't like. Now, what's the belief behind that? The belief behind that is that they've undermined me. They feel like I'm nobody. They make me feel bad about myself. You can see how it develops. Now, identify the thinking error for each thought. So now all of a sudden it's like, I'm nobody, I can't be relied on simply because somebody passed, a not too good comment. Now, we're going to go to the next phase of this assessment because there is more to it, personal assessment. So now that we've identified, this now starts with the activating event. What triggered it? You now write down briefly what triggered the emotions. What's the belief and the thought pattern? We've talked about that. Then it says, what is the consequence? Write down what emotion you felt and how you acted. So there are examples there of the emotions and the behavior. Now, D says, disputes. Question and examine that behavior. Question it. Question the belief. Is it, does that mean that I'm no good? Does it mean that, I have no self-esteem? Does it mean that I am who that person says I am? And write down an alternative for each one of those thoughts, each one of those beliefs. And then now analyze what's the effect of that alternative thought and belief. So by working through a particular emotion and a particular attitude, we can identify the belief behind it, and we can begin to create alternative beliefs that helps us to actually develop ourselves. So we're talking personal development. It is our beliefs that generate the actions. And when we're able to identify alternative beliefs, that would generate alternative action, alternative reaction, and it will take us to a place where we're growing within ourselves as human beings, as a co-worker, as a family member, as an entrepreneur, as an employer, as an employee, as a child, as a parent, and it's endless. So thank you very much for listening into this. The next steps are feedback. The link is there, bit.ly/feedback to Ariola. I'm also offering coaching for a month. This is a promo, more or less, $49.97 for a month. Usual cost is $150. I'm also offering a social media training on the 19th of September at 5 p.m. GMT. Indicate your interest, provide name, email address, and phone number. And if you want more information about me, visit my website, www.johnmaxwellgroup.com/Tola Ariola. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. So that's it for me for today on personal development. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Let's have your comments. Let's have you liking and sharing and subscribing to this channel. Thank you very much for being here, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.